Hello, and welcome to another programming session. Guess what? Guess what? Guess what time it is? April Fools. And what are we going to be doing today? April Fools. So I'm going to do create fools. Actually, I'm just going to call it April Fools. Okay. And I don't know if this is going to be posted on April Fools. It might not. But actually, I'm going to remove that and put this inside of like a new file called just call it test.js. Actually, I'm going to create like a new test.js and write this. I'll tell you why I wrote this later. And for the extra April Fools, guess what I'm going to be doing this all in? Vim. And we need to remove some extra files. Now it's no. So April Fool's joke. Implementing web programming. So I'm gonna be opening dot. Yeah. To show all the files. And first thing you have to do is create a main.html. And I'm not gonna worry about anything, okay? I'm just gonna straight up create a body. This is how legitimate programmers do it. When you're too busy and you just want to get straight into it. You started everything with the hello world program. Now let's test it. So let's actually go and I want to run this on a live server. So yeah, you could. I'm pretty sure there's a way like you could use C and stuff. But anyways, the main point is this week's, and I can go in and real quick real path this. If you put in whatever this is into the browser, it'll actually run it, and we get hello world. If you look inside of the console, there are no errors there, and you could just see it automatically automates everything else. For better design, I can put it inside of a p tag, quickly write that, and yeah, now it looks better. And I'm gonna create a proper just because I like this doesn't look as good. Actually wait, forget about that. I'm gonna do that, and this is not the best style. Like the programmers that like have a better looking method than me, but this is what I want to do. So in the web, specifically my goal is I want to create a back end, like not exactly what I want to do precisely. I'm gonna create a JS file. Actually, like call it test.js, right? And in this test.js, oh wait, sorry, open main.html. I actually want to call it whatever the name is. So for now, Zep. What if we just call it Zep? Bop. Bez. Des. For now, I'm just gonna say main.js, right? And we open main.js. April Fools. Actually, I'm not gonna put April Fools on everything because like this could be put in for a reason other than April Fools. And this is where we're actually gonna get to stuff. So, we're gonna just create a basic hello world here too, and say add Z.JS. That's my sample name. I'm doing it like this so I can change it easily. Now you can go into there and you could see the hello world printed out from the console. Now, one of the things that would honestly be really cool is like modules in JS. I mean, I think you have to do NodeJS and all that, but basic way is you could like create a lib, which is an object, right? And it has a ton of stuff. Let's say it has a print, and we can define that as a synchronous function that just console.logs whatever you give it. And let's say actually I'm just gonna say printed something, and here to access an element of an object you use dot, so it feels like a class without even doing anything. You could also use a class, but this is the shorthand method, right? So you just do that, and then it should work, and it says printed something, right? So I mean, again, you could use a class, but this is the shorthand method. It's simple. You just put it, right? And I'm pretty sure that's how Node.js works, sort of. Like you can say fs equals required fs, and I'm pretty sure this either returns a class or an object because you use it in that same method, right? So I'm gonna stick in my vision. This is gonna be as an object because that's the easiest method, and I'm not that object-oriented person. I'd just rather prefer an object at max because I like JSON. I have no problem with it. So that's my plan. We pretty much will read a file that's in the format of like literally just this. Simple, right? And we read the file and evaluate its contents. And to do this, there's something like XML reader. I'm pretty sure they like deprecated it or something. This is not what I was looking for. I think what I was looking for is it's in one of my Visual Studio Code projects called Key Website. And it's in here. It's called XML HTTP request. And it works somewhat like this. It got like sort of duplicated because they're really about the user's point of view. I don't know, but this is the best like really good thing. And I'm gonna go to W3 Schools. It's actually a really good website. You should actually go to it. And now we're gonna say something like var XML is equal to new XML HTTP request. And once you do that, it seems you ask it to open something, which is also what you do here, except we do that, which is a good method actually. I'm gonna wait for that. It works asynchronously, which is a good thing. So we can like xhr xml.send. Why is it xhr on here? Oh, xml http request. I'm just gonna call it that because I'm not that person. So now we check if XML has a status of 200 and a ready state of 4. I wonder what that means. But then you say Reddit. And in this situation, it should never say Reddit because the file actually does not exist. Right? So, xhttp is not defined. And, it has been blocked. This is interesting. You have to use a live server. So I've tried this out before. If you run it on a live server, it actually works. And I could use Visual Studio Code to do that, but I'm just going to stick in Vim because that's the whole April Fools. I'm not running away from that. And yeah, so I'm going to just check on some things to do then. So I guess I might have to post this live. There's ways to do that. I don't even know if I have like PHP. Oh no, I do not. I mean, considering the memes, that's a good thing. But like, I don't follow them. I'm not a meme type of kid. Except I guess I am. Anyways, we posted some good quality content for 10 minutes. I'm gonna research a little bit, and yeah, be right back. I found this good website, and the solution is kind of easier than you would think. All you have to do is run this simple command, and it's surprising it's using Python. I'm surprised it uses Python. And the problem is I can't exit this while still being in my program. So my idea is that I open another terminal that runs this whole thing while I'm actually developing it. Oh, by the way, it might sound like I'm a good coder, but I actually am not. Can I rename? Oh no. I honestly don't know how to rename. Well, just exit and open main.html. I want to change all of its content. Wait. I mean, actually, it's kind of easy. Anyways, run it. And it'll work. Except my problem is that's in main.html. I can view source code, copy it, and what if I just go to the shell, remove it, exit, open index.html, which is a new file, copy that in, and write it. So now, it'll do that by default. That's pretty good. And as you can see it says failed to load resource. As expected, let's go. But what happens if there is actually a file? So I'm gonna create just a example txt. It just as a starting point. And I have this, I'm gonna call it JS for now, JSON, right? Example.json. It doesn't really matter what the extension is because either way, it'll just be red. It depends on the user. This type of language. Anyways, I'm just gonna say stuff. stuff, a lot of it. Anyways, it says that. Now let's go into main.js. It actually, I think we don't need it to be that. That only happens. Oh, I supported. I did a binary switch with it. Anyways, I think it's probably with that, right? So there's example.json. You know what? I'm gonna open my Visual Studio Code. I learned from examples. I'm that type of guy. And okay, I'm gonna see if there's an error fetching it. So that might be the case. There was an error. xhr.status text. It doesn't give any status text. So we know it failed, but we don't know why. Is it, oh, I think it's because that changes everything, right? That, yeah. Yeah, we also did there because W3 Schools runs it synchronously. We read it, and if it is there just as proof, I'm gonna ask for the status text. Which is that. Or maybe it's the response text, right? Response text. This is stuff, a lot of it, yeah. I'm actually gonna evaluate it. I would use JSON, but actually if this functions then weird. Why did it fail? I think maybe open example.json. Maybe the JS version can't handle this, right? Wait, it always just says that. That's kind of surprising. Console.log hello world. Wait, it might be related to this. Let us see. Well, let's see how you would evaluate like a basic expression. We can evaluate, like, for example, this, right? How is it undefined? So it evaluates, executes, yeah. I think it might be because it's an object. So like, let me just say 105 times 105. So yeah, but does it work on objects? Is that a problem? Like stuff 5. It's actually a weird problem within that. I would use JSON posts. So yes, now we get a thing which is stuff, a lot of it. Now this is for reading files. We created a basic API that reads files. And what we can do is wrap this inside of like a function read file. And guess what? We're implementing a trait using the trait. So you might actually call this like fs. Yeah, sure. And then I wouldn't automate that, but I don't know how to do it. So then you have a read file. And read file is equivalent to an arrow function that does this. That should actually return data, and it's gonna return the response text, right? It's gonna return XML status text, and we should say file name right over here, and we put in file name. So now we can read file example.json, and let's see. We get stuff, a lot of it. If I change a single character, the entire file will not be read. It says 3 times. Wow, that's surprising. There was an error, file not found, file not found. And where was the file not found? NodeJS 19. Oh, it turns out. Never mind. I should want to exit if it goes wrong. Actually, well, you see it in stuff all the time. When it fails, it just does nothing. So by default, I'm just going to return that. Okay. It returns something empty. But if we give correct file path, it'll give stuff, a lot of it. So that's our first basic step. 10 minutes in. And there's also, I've heard, a database for this type of thing. It's called IndexedDB. Okay, and it's kind of cool. Like, anyways, the reason I involved this is I'm not stopping here. I want to build like a whole actual application. So maybe I could go onto my index.html and so like proper web page. I mean, I'm gonna what the heck? My Vim broke. Oh no. Exit. QA. Vim dot. And so this is kind of cool on how we've created it. But what we've also done is create this, which is basically IndexedDB. It first over here opens it. When it succeeds, it writes into it and then it reads the whole thing, which is pretty much everything I would need, which is why I copied the whole snippet all the way at the start. And I cannot copy it, wait. So, when you can't copy things, you have to think about it. I could, however, cat the whole test.js and copy this. Then exit, open main.js, and see how it would be like to include this. Well, as you can see, we have data that's stored inside of a local cache, which I actually purposely made as this so that we could store stuff with like fields, like a SQL. And it multiplies because we didn't clear it, we're just adding on to it. And just like that, it multiplies each and every time. So I forgot the thing to wow. let's still cat test.js and copy this whole thing. Oof, never mind. Vim dot. And it still works, yay. But anyways, what I want to do here is create like another DB, which is simple. I mean, actually, yeah, I'm just gonna put a complication there because I am just like that. I'm complicated, very complicated man. So now we put in the DB name, and for simplification, we don't have like a specific number, whatever. So const request is equal to indexed DB dot open, whatever the DB name is, with always one privilege. And when it needs an upgrade, that's when we're gonna be saying const db event target result object store is gonna be when we create an object store called data that has a key path ID and auto increments true, right? And then we have to create an index, text index, text not unique. And then here, I'm pretty sure you just return the request. And when we wanna write into it, we actually get the DB from the open. db.onSuccess. Const db event well, we're on a read and write always. And this is actually going to be called data, right? So transaction, we're going to get the object store called data. And I'm just gonna put that even though I know it's not correct yet. Comment everything out. Yeah, where everything's fine. And then just say, well, print out what db.open db is. So this is a lot of stuff. Make sure to write it. And 31 gives an unexpected string. This is honestly surprising. Wait, what? Oh, this right? $34. Oh, I forgot that. That's off. I just put it in. Missing. Wait, 34. Oh. Why did I? Boom. And we have an IDB open request. So now we can get into it. Actually, I'm just gonna check what's event target result. What is its type? And in order to do that, I'm gonna have to call db write on the database. So it's an IDB database. Well, could I actually just completely obliterate that and just use db? I mean, I'm gonna call this dbn. It's a new type of db, right? And it's equal to literally just db. But we have to cast it into an IBN db. Actually, wait. This is kind of confusing. I'll save you the GUI details, but I managed it in the end by putting that. So, I mean, I'm gonna call it like db, like that. So you say db, because nobody will use that method, right? Yeah. And now I could say like create a new db, new database. It'll start from scratch, and it actually writes it and reads it, as you can see. And one like idea is actually to say like var data. And like as you go on, you add the kusu value to data, and at the end you return all that data that you read. So now instead of just doing that, you have to explicitly tell it that I want to read it, which makes it better. Right? And then why does it have nothing? Oh, we have to say value dot text, right? Kind of confusing. What the heck? So, if we give it the text, it works, and it says that in the 10, right? But does data exist here? Is that the problem? I think it might be, right? No, undefined. That's. Oh, I get it. So reading it slowly. I mean, and this is. Can you say async? I just want to. Async. Okay, that's the problem. It gets called later. I might as well like return a kusu. Request. Return the kusu, right? So no, I do not want CD. So we return the kusu. I mean, if there is a kusu. Actually, I think we're just gonna have to return the kusu back. right? And then on success, we do an event that will get the result. And actually, I'm gonna change this. Don't worry, I'm not gonna be that guy. And it'll say if there's a cursor, print the data. So yeah, is data is, right? And it says data is. And then the reason it's not moving is because we don't call cursor continue. Now it'll actually say the amount of times. And now because this is kind of gory, we can put this into like a read one. I think read field is should be a function that takes in the event and sets the cursor to the event target result, and we only check if there's a cursor. So only if there is a cursor, it's gonna cursor.continue and return the text. So essentially here, instead of doing all of this, we just change it to simple console.log db.readField, and we read a field from the event, right? So and well, there's still a chance, let's say, that the text is undefined or that it doesn't get a value, right? So I'm pretty sure the text is never undefined. It's just that it didn't return, so it just confabulated a return excuse. So I'm pretty sure what's gonna happen in this case is it's gonna return first it's gonna return in nothing. Actually, yeah, it's gonna return nothing except for this, because and that's literally all it's gonna do. So you get that, and if it's ever out of bounds, it'll just give that. And instead of actually, never mind. Instead of just saying text, you could also give a field, right? So name, John, age 31, and when we print this out, we're gonna be getting the actual person, right? So you can create simple text, but you can also create a field like that. So yeah, I'm not gonna put that many limits, because honestly I want it to be you experiment, do whatever you want, we accept a variety type of thing. So we can remove that, and we can use our new database to do stuff that you could never do before. I mean, I'm exaggerating. You could always do it before. And to make it less complicated, I'm going to move all of this because it's a dead end. We're already returning over here. We're never going to get there. Why not just delete it? And it may look complicated, but it's way less complicated than the index DB that you would get usually. So this is just a layer. Also, I bet you didn't know about that by default. Like here you can just, I'm just saying. And I'm thinking you could also like clear it, right? We could add that method. So like we clear the event, and all we do is we just say we clear it. It's already in there. So you just one time you clear it, and we have to give it the DB. So we clear the database. Wait. Oh, event. Wait. Oh, you can't just do it like that. So first we have to say, like, that's the database, right? Then you have to use your transaction and use it. So like the object store is going to be equal to dbn.transaction. I'm just making it longer line, but it makes more sense. Look at the object store data. Right, and then here we can say object star.clear. And this is where the magic comes. We get an empty thing. And I mean, it'll obviously always be empty because we're not writing anything into it. However, if we were to put that, we can now have a hello and another hello, and we keep on getting hellos. Right, so that's kind of cool. So this reads one field, but we keep on reading fields every time there's a success. Isn't that cool? I wish there was macros in this, in JS. Like, so now it's time for the ultimate text. If we can do these are like the ultimate modules. Now we can actually do an include statement inside of JS. This is the drum roll. Drum roll, please. Please, just drum roll, please. And it's gonna be like not in a separate library. It's its own function because that's the importance. And we're also gonna create an XML HTTP request. We're gonna kindly ask it to include a file. And no, I want it running. I don't want it going in the future. I want it now. I'm impatient. That's what we're telling it. So, in this case, we can evaluate the XML.response text. And actually, just in case, we're going to return it. So then, otherwise, we're going to say error with XML's status text. So only putting out the errors, and then we'll return nothing. Could we include another file? Could we? We can. No, I'm not gonna need this anymore. So you know what, just echo nothing into test.js. Nothing. Just console.log hello. And it does not work. I knew that was way too good to be true. So I'm just gonna give a good yippee hi. You know what? I'm gonna create a new DB here. Include.js console.log. Whole new file for this. And include.js. Wouldn't that be really cool if we could include.js? And it actually says Hoi from the... Does it say Hoi from the include.js? It's probably just like a lie. I don't believe it. Hello world, proper hello world. Yes, we're including files here. Isn't that kind of cool? That is amazing. That is so cool. Yeah, we're including files. I wonder why it won't work for the text. So if it's test, I think test.js still, something's wrong with it. I'm just gonna move it. But for now, oh wait, if it doesn't even exist, what is happening? Okay, so I'm gonna just include a folder, the file real quick. And voila, we get it. And I like to require you use the second one, which is require. It's like node, right? So we have the module, and we basically that's just an include, rip off include. I never thought I'd be doing this. We only have like a .json file, right, for each thing. And then cat main.js. I'm gonna just print out the fs and create a new fs.json and copy this. You know what? Never mind. Call it fs.js and copy this. That's better. And now we're gonna call this. I'm gonna comment this out and see. First of all, fs is gonna be undefined, right? Yes, yeah, same thing. So now let's go. We require the file system. We ask for it. And this is the most weirdest thing that has ever happened to me. Where is fs.js? I'm confused. Console.log. Me. Amor. Okay, actually, instead of doing this, I'm gonna go straight to the point. Open. We're actually gonna return JSON.post XML response text. And yeah, that is a problem. Alright. what if we open fs.js and comment it all out? Just create a good hello moment. Hello world, hello. First of all, in main.js, I'm just gonna cancel that. And we obviously get nothing. But the thing is, it breaks. So what if we said like var fs is equal to this and then fs? Oh, that actually works. So would you look at that? Open main.js and open it and require. We can actually do this the node way. Const fs require fs. We don't have like and then we read file include JS. And actually, I mean, it won't do anything. Wait, didn't we cut away? Oh, I think it's because yeah. Is it that simple? It's that freaking simple. And we can console.log it. Should be the contents. Let's go. And then you could also console.log fs when yeah. Dang, there was something I was gonna do. Wait. I'm pretty sure now you could also include fs. I mean, except you have to include fs.js. And that would also suffice. But requires just a better option, because isn't it so cool? Anyways, I'll read the file. And what would happen when they did this? This is kind of the question I had. That's kind of weird, but okay. Oh, I get it, never mind. And so I can remove this. And it's time for our second accomplishment, which is moving the DB. So we got a new style of JS. Actually, what's the node file system so that I can learn from it? It also has a read. Oh, it has a read, not a read file. I mean, yeah. So we can read the file. Now it's time to again cat it and create a new thing, which is DB. Right, so now we go in there, we exit, we open db.js, copy this, const db, and then we just create a new expression, db. Open main.js. Anyways. And it's time. We have a lot of deleting to do. I'm literally just gonna stay here and wait for all of it. But look what we did. We did an entire backend that has a database and just ability to read files. In the web you can't do much because you have a ton of restrictions. You're like, oh my god, well, that's. And so I'm gonna just return the include of the module plus.js. And now I got some more deleting to do. So this all deleted. So we can require like fs. Yeah, no, works. And also works for DB. And I'm actually recording right now. Cool. I can also put in a database and it'll give all the functions. Okay, and I could even look at all of this and find the actual source code. It doesn't matter. I'm not trying to hide things from the user. And it gives some deprecated feature. I honestly don't care about singlets XML HTTP request. But anyways, that's a Node.js. That's definitely the end of the video. I mean, yeah, there's still more stuff. So obviously there's limitations. For example, with the file system, I'm just gonna change everything. There's one function because we can't look right into something. I mean, and that function does work. I will be able to say read file. What if we read ourselves? That would actually be genius. Yes, it actually reads itself. Isn't that kind of cool? We're self. I feel there's a program that already does that. So, honestly, isn't that cool? We have a built-in Node.js. But other than that, we can actually go into our index.html. We could create more. So, we could create a custom create tag in there that has custom functionality. Right. So, for example, let me use a special. I'm just gonna call it tag. And for now, if I put any text in this, it's gonna just print as random text because there's no tag. But what we could do is actually go in there and create a system. So, for example, what I'm saying is I'm thinking a whole new acquire, by the way. So, we can open tag. And actually, wait, let me first open actually, file system is the basic. So, right, so let me open fs.js. And, okay, wait, I wasn't able to copy that, but I'm gonna go to tag.js. Oh, I never actually wrote it. So I'm gonna open tag.js. Oh, what the heck? Tag. So it's gonna be we're gonna have a create tag, right? And essentially what it's gonna be is gonna be an arrow function pointing to, for example, create the tag and give it the name. Day. If we open main.js, we can actually use this and print it out. And it puts out an object with a create tag. So if we, for example, say tag.create tag, and we give it the name tag, it says create the tag. And I'm gonna go inside of tag.js and add it to a certified list of functions, right? So just gonna be like certified list of like constant tag list, which is just an empty array with nothing inside of it. And here we say tag list dot push. For now, I'm just gonna put the name, right? So it pushes it, and then when we wanna run it, so we're actually gonna sneak attack some code in here. Isn't that kind of crazy? We're gonna sneak attack some code before it gets initialized. So we're actually going to basically, I wish I could just like cast to void in here, even though there's no types. But I just wanna go for every element in tag list. Is this even possible, JS? It doesn't look like one, yeah. So, like, you have to see something like tag list dot for each, which leads to an arrow function. I'm using arrow functions a lot. If noise, somebody sorry, but yeah. We just get L, and here we console.log each element. Okay, first of all, this is the wrong time to check it. I need a. Oh, this is nice. I think when we create it, we have to like first set something that'll go on after this. Oh, I get it. What I was gonna do. So like document.body.children.for each. Is that how you do it? Wait. I mean, I know for each is. I hope it has children. Like, come on, please have children. I mean, does it have any? Okay, it has a HTML collection. Iterate over HTML collection in JS. Oh, we have to say array from, which is honestly why it didn't work. So if we go into there and we say array from, and we did that, yes, it still prints out, so that means it works. And the thing is, a for each function is empty, so we want to just give it one element and we print out every single thing. We get a tag, which is most important. And then we put another one. So I'm pretty sure we have to get tag list. I'm not sure if it's already in array. It seems to be one, except it's empty. So no way. I actually want to copy this body. And that's interesting. I'm not that junior program. I mean, I'm a junior programmer. I don't know that much stuff. So I'm just gonna go in here, copy paste all of this, and do that. So we're printing each element as soon as their tag is added. And then we do another for each tag list. Just wait for it, it's gonna get better. If they're equal, then just basically console.log found a match. find a match. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna say l.style.display is equal to none. So for now, we actually won't display them. As you can see, it's gone. So now I want to sort of have like some properties. Like, for example, what if there's a function? What's it called? So we get that, and we push a function to it. So then this would be L2 0. Okay, and then we would say L2 1, and we actually call it. Right? So if we open main.js, we have to now create a function. And actually we're going to take in the tag, right? And we're just going to say tag.nohtml is equal to gtfolk, hello folk. I don't know why I just said gt. But anyways, now we go to tag.js, and we update it to actually also give L, right? Hello folk. It actually gets called. So look at that, custom elements into index.html. I'm actually going to say over here. And I mean, that's like literally a basic application here. We just say tag, and it actually does all of that. But I mean, I think I could add more, right? So like, what if we went into tag.js? And we could like change a little. Like, we could create a whole class that gives everything you would need. I mean, why not actually? Like, so it gives a class a Z.DOM element, right? And basically what's in this class. I forgot how to do classes in JS. I've never done that before. Why? Why have I never done that? That's kind of weird. Oh, you could do it like this. Just kind of weird. So, like, we obviously have a constructor. So we give the constructor. We take the constructor and we say you're gonna do some work. So it assigns, it's gonna take properties in the element itself. So this.props is equal to properties. This.element. So I'm gonna do that. And like, I feel like that's all you can need. I'm a struct type of person. So you just change all of this into struct. Right? So first we need to check L, what does it have? What's all the stuff it has? It has that, but I mean like properties? Wait. Attribute. Well, what if forget it? I'm just gonna call it props. Isn't props better? Like, it's just better. And you could just get it and then say that specifically. So I mean, no, I don't want to do it there. I put it on the completely wrong place. It's kind of weird. But we want to print the attributes of it. And so far, there's a node map of none. But just for the users, good. I'm going to convert it into a list. So we could actually create like a Z.DOM element L. Right? Sorry, it's gonna Z.DOM element, right? And we're gonna give it the properties and literally just the element itself, right? Because the properties is the main stuff, right? And instead, we're going to assign this with the DOM. So now, in our main.js, we have a new element, which is a DOM, right? So we have a Z.DOM on this field. Open tag.js, and we need to say new, right? And then if I do that, it'll correctly print. What the heck? Why does this all show up? Please stop. Oh, my lone ipsum. My lone ipsum is ruining everything. Hello world. Now I won't call it. Will it? Will it? That's what I thought. Okay. Anyways, so instead of just printing the tag, I mean, you could see that there's cool stuff in here. There's the props and there's the element. So, I mean, let's say I wanted the props, and how would I change this? So actually, in a index.html, I give it properties. So I'm like, length is equal to 50. It gives us just a length. I think it's because it's a dictionary, right? Yeah. I mean, sorry, it's from a different type, and I just converted it. So, I need to go to tag.js. Actually, is that just how it works? I'm kind of like shocked here. So console.log l.attributes is actually like, it's a named node map. Oh, those are just the attributes. I want the attributes and the values. Attributes in JS. So it's a named node map. It has an added value. Oh, so it actually has like a zeroth element. I'm just gonna put that out. Let's see if we can do that. Yes, and it has a key and a value. So the value right over here. So I think we can't just use array from. We have to say var list is empty, and we'll say array dot from l dot attributes dot for each, and for each of them we're gonna go through and yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna do this for now to check. Oh, I just realized, yeah. So that is gonna be a problem. Can you get like a length of that? Oh, wait. I mean, you could still say array dot. Oh no, because you don't have the index, right? So, is this how it works for a for loop in JavaScript? I honestly have no idea. I have not done that before. Okay, yeah, that's actually how it works. So, array dot from l dot attributes dot length. And it does that. So now we're actually gonna give each list. So list.push, we're gonna put in dictionary with the name being l.attributes I dot key and the value being l.attributes I value. And now I'm pretty sure we could just ruin that whole thing and just say list. But I think it's name, right? So wait, name terminated rather early. says hi twice. I think, no, not this. You need to say -1. That would be right. So it seems to correctly give us the props. It says this with the name, length, and value of 50. So we open main.js, and I wish you could actually search it through, like, I wish you could do that. I mean, it just says 1, it doesn't say, because that's the length of it. What if it says, what if we change this so that it's actually, what if the whole thing is just a dictionary? And wait, how do I add to a dictionary in JS? It's called object in JS. Yeah, easy. So then you just say, like, list of l.attributes I name is equal to l attributes I value. So I'm getting the hang of it. Now it just gives the length 50, right? And if you're in JS, that makes it really easy, because all you have to do in order to get it is just say, what's the length? And it'll actually go fetch it for you and say it's 50. It's that simple. It's that simple. We just say dot length. I wish you could say tags dot length. That would be, I mean, except, yeah, it makes it clear with the props. So, hit the props. And you also get the element, if you want, just a tag, right? And it has all the details that you would ever need. You could change the HTML. You can access it. I mean, I think, could you change it? Like, if you do that, it won't actually do anything because it's just a variable. But actually, it will. So, we are updating the text. And it'll say we are updating the text. But at start, if you view the page source, it'll be hello world. What happened? Nobody knows. With a length of the tag dot props and the dot length. The length of 50, so it literally works. If we go to main index.html and we change it to the length of 90, it's gonna say we're updating the text with the length of 90. Isn't that kind of cool? We're literally like, I guess about an hour through, and we've done this. And well, if you're in here, this is not just all we've implemented. We've also implemented this. So we have require, and we have 2 modules that we can use in Z.JS. 2 libraries so far. Three. Libraries are provided. FS for file system, DB for databases, and tag for built-in elements. Built-in yeah. So the only thing I need is a router. So if you think of a router, in Vanilla.js, you can achieve a router by searching for the document fragment. So how do you do that? You sort of need like location.path name. I wonder if that'll even help us, right? Yeah, it's just undefined. I don't know, JS developers do not handle it properly. Let's just say. Anyways, we do this and we just create a document fragment. And it serves. I mean, if I said like /hello. Oh sure. I mean, I can't do that. You know what? I'm just gonna like. And we have an index.html. I mean, it didn't change anything there because we can't XML request. If we can't XML request, we should probably just like fetch also. We should check for that. Like, if it doesn't work, we're gonna do that, but we're also just gonna fetch. So fetch in JS. So how does it work? You just console.log fetch the file, fetch doggy, and will it actually give it to you? I mean, we need to be on this real paths index.html in order for it to fail and in order for it to go into this chain. So we just go there and it gives us a hello. I'm just gonna like fetch the file. So like at first I'm gonna promise pending. I mean, okay, if it's pending, we have to await. So await fetch. What? So we're awaiting a fetch. Async. Now it's async. Let's go. I mean, first I want to see that. What is it returning? What says? So this is kind of weird. I mean, oh, you have to get the text of that. So we can do all that and then get the text there. I'm confused. What is this text? Doesn't even print that out. Wait, what? Oh. Failed? Oh, that's because you can't fetch in that. So basically doomed. That's why the tab API won't work on this window closed. I mean, that doesn't matter. Flask also doesn't like work on non-closed environments. And tag to create tag. Oh, because we asynchronized it. Won't work anymore. Yes, we're updating the text with a length of 90. Let's go. Now, I don't want any like additional lorem ipsum. We deleted it from wake area. I mean, I'm historical, but like, I won't leave this junk from the past. So now we are updating the text with a length of 90. About a router. I don't need a router. Anyways, I made a short video. I really have to post it on April Fool's Day. Like, I really want to. So I'm going to start posting it now just to be right on time. Bye. See you in the next video. I'll add a series. Obviously, I'll add more to this.